A very good evening. Welcome to Prime TV News on Friday, the 13th of December, with me, Iftia Abdul Qadir. Your headlines first. President draws attention to expeditiously solving the electricity issues. UN chief extends his warm wishes to the Prime Minister. UNP Reorganization Committee is in jeopardy. And on news overseas, UK Prime Minister achieves a resounding victory in the election. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's attention has been drawn to addressing issues in the power sector. A discussion was held between the President and the officials of the electricity sector at the Presidential Secretariat. New projects to be implemented under the power sector were discussed at this meeting. The President pointed out the importance of conducting a feasibility study before launching the projects. The proposals made in the Vision of Prosperity Policy Manifesto in relation to the electricity sector were also discussed. The officials of the Ministry of Power and Energy extended their full support and agreement in this regard. The President highlighted the need to attract foreign investments and also the importance of updating the investors regarding Sri Lanka's power policies. During the discussion, it was revealed that contracts of the electricity sector had been signed with private companies in the last few years. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa pointed out the importance of proper studies and implementation methods. He said all projects should be launched in a manner that serves the best interests of the country. Several parliamentarians, including Minister Mahinda Amaravira, were present at the discussion. United Nations Sri Lanka Resident Coordinator Hana Singh called on Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at Temple Trees. At this meeting, Hana Singh extended the congratulations of the United Nations Secretary General to the Prime Minister. She expressed her appreciation for the contribution made by the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna to the country's good path during the last presidential election. The United Nations is celebrating its 70th anniversary next year, and Sri Lanka is 65 years since acquiring its membership. Hana Singh said that at such a time, the United Nations appreciates the government's initiative of the Podujana Peramuna on UN policies. She said that the United Nations will extend its fullest cooperation to implement the recommendations of the Lessons Learned and Reconciliation Commission. She also highlighted the importance of addressing climate change. Meanwhile, Afghan ambassador in Sri Lanka, Ashraf Haidari, also met Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The meeting took place at Temple Trees. Haidari also handed over a letter of congratulations from Afghan Chief Executive Abdullah Abdullah. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that former Afghan President Hamid Karzai also congratulated him. Diplomatic relations between the two countries have been established since the beginning of the year 2013, and the two countries have been able to maintain good relations. The discussion focused on improving educational and training opportunities. On to a headline-making story. The members of the Reorganization Committee of the UNP emphasize that the resignation of Thalata Atukorala and Ranjit Madhuma Bandara from the Reorganizing Committee has been a hindrance to the unity of the party. In a special announcement, they claim that the action is erroneous. In a statement issued by the other members of the committee, Lakshman Kiriyalla, Vajira Abeyawardena and Professor Ashu Marasinghe, it is stated that this resignation is a neglect of responsibility. The action was described as a disruption to the reorganization process of the party. The statement noted that the reorganization committee had agreed to appoint Sajit Premadasa as the prime ministerial candidate in the upcoming election. It is not appropriate to reject the committee's opinion, especially when the decision-making process is driven by the means of convention. The committee noted that such behavior was not expected from the seniors of the party. The Reorganization Committee of the UNP denounced the move of certain factions to create new parties. It was branded as an insult to the party and its members by highlighting discord within the party. Meanwhile, parliamentarians Ranjit Madhuma Bandara and Thalata Atukorala said that the continued participation in the Reorganization Committee would have been futile. These views were expressed at a special media briefing which was convened yesterday. The release of rice to Satosa after milling 3.3 million kilograms paddy stocked in the Vavonia warehouse was begun. The government has taken this measure to prevent a rice shortage in the market during the festive season. Accordingly, paddy purchased by the Vavonia Paddy Marketing Board are issued to Satosa. The Vavonia Paddy Marketing Board had purchased 3.3 million kilograms of paddy during the last Maha season. 50,000 kilograms of paddy were due to be issued on the instructions of the Vavonia District Secretary yesterday and today. The Venerable Venderue Upali Thera, the Anunayaka of the Asgiriya chapter, says that the paintings drawn by the youths after the formation of the new government should be preserved and maintained by the local bodies. The Venerable Thera further stated that young people are always appreciative of this process. The Venerable Venderue Upalithera made this reference while participating in the occasion of distributing lunch packets to the youth who are drawing paintings on the walls near the entrance to the Asgiriya Mahavihara. The Venerable Vanduragala Dhammaramathera was also present on the occasion. A large number of youths was present at the Vadua railway station to carry out paintings. The Vadua railway station, one of the main railway stations on the coastal railway track, is being cleaned and paintings undertaken on the walls. These paintings are done at night. Meanwhile, a group of youths from the Kagala area cleaned up the walls of the city bus stand and engaged in many other public works. People's representatives in the area said that it is everyone's duty to protect the youth's labor without permitting it to go waste. You're watching Prime TV News and still on the local scene. With the filling of water into Yan Oya Reservoir, residents of the area say that they are facing many problems as the road leading to the Vahalkada colony from the Horupatana town is being submerged. They are demanding an immediate solution to their problem. Lands and houses in villages around Vahalkada colony were inundated during the construction of Yan Oya Reservoir. As a result, the colony can only be reached from Horupatana and Kabitigolava. The Horupatana access road has been submerged for more than 6 kilometers up to Mavata Lake. As a result, residents of Vahalkada D1 and D2 colonies point out that they have to travel to the city for more than 60 kilometers via Kabitigolava to meet their basic needs. Our correspondent stated that due to non-removal of power lines before the filling of water, these power lines have also been submerged. Residents of Vahalkada request the present government to provide them with an alternative route. Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi has had a meeting with his Sri Lankan counterpart, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday on a 3-day official visit. The Japanese Foreign Minister was warmly welcomed by the officials of the Foreign Affairs Ministry at the Katunayaka International Airport. During his stay, he is scheduled to meet the President and the Prime Minister. The new government is reviewing the contents of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, the MCC, SOFA and ACSA agreements and will not sign such agreements until they are reviewed, the Attorney General informed the Supreme Court today. Accordingly, the Supreme Court today decided to consider the fundamental rights petitions demanding the issuance of an interim injunction to prevent the government of Sri Lanka from proceeding with these agreements to be considered on March 25th. Additional Solicitor General Farzana Jamil appeared on behalf of the Attorney General when the petitions were taken up before a 5-judge bench headed by Supreme Court Judge Buaneka Aluvihare. Attorney Sanjeeva Jayawardena, appearing on behalf of the petitioners, said that the petitioners had filed fundamental rights petitions in courts as former Finance Minister Mangala Samaravira was preparing to sign the agreements in a hurry. The petitions have been filed by 3 parties, including the Government Medical Officers Association. The petitioners claim that these agreements violate the fundamental rights of the public. The European Parliamentary Group has stated that they are pleased with the manner in which President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has focused attention on Sri Lanka's economic growth and stability. This has been mentioned in a special statement issued extending greetings by the European Parliamentary Group to the President. President of the European Parliament, Geoffrey Van Orden, said that the European Parliament is happy to see Gotabaya Rajapaksa assumed office as President of Sri Lanka. In the statement, the European Parliamentary delegation said that it appreciated Gotabaya Rajapaksa's initiative to eradicate LTTE terrorism from Sri Lanka and ensure the security of the country. The announcement emphasized that all EU member states are looking forward to working in cooperation with Sri Lanka. Several police officers gave evidence before the Presidential Commission issuing into the Easter attack today. Accordingly, the OIC of the Thalangama Police Station, Chief Inspector M.D. Anil Jayaratna, Assistant Superintendent of the Colombo North Division, H.D. Neranjala Abewardena, Chief Inspector of the Negombo Senior Superintendent's Office, G.I. Sudat Priyantha Ekanayaka, and Inspector A.H.M. Sirisena of the Kotahena Police Station were summoned to give evidence today. Meanwhile, several police officers who appeared before the Presidential Commission yesterday revealed that they had not received the letter sent by IGP Pujit Jayasundara prior to the Easter attack. IGP Pujit Jayasundara had been sent on compulsory leave following the incident. Swiss Embassy employee Ghania Bannister Frances, who is said to have been abducted, made statements to the Colombo CID last night. She appeared before the CID for the 4th day today. The Colombo Magistrates Court yesterday extended an injunction suspending Ghania Bannister's travel abroad until the 17th of this month. The court also ordered that she be produced before a panel of specialist psychiatrists. Senior State Counsel Janaka Bandara The Colombo Magistrates Court yesterday extended an injunction suspending Ghania Bannister's travel abroad until the 17th of this month. The court also ordered that she be produced before a panel of specialist psychiatrists. Senior State Counsel Janaka Bandara, appearing in the court, said that the government medical officer had recommended to the mental health panel to obtain a report on the mental health of Ghania Bannister Frances. The court granted this order in view of these facts. The Senior State Counsel also told the court that since the recording of the statements by Ghania Bannister Frances has not been completed, it is not possible to give a comprehensive statement regarding this. Attorney at law Upul Kumara Peruma, appearing on behalf of Ghania Bannister Frances, told the court that his client was in poor health and she could not make a statement to the CID. As a result, he requested that his client be allowed to make statements at the Swiss ambassador's residence. Colombo Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratne stated that the court cannot issue an order for the CID to record statements from her at any other location other than its headquarters. The magistrate pointed out that although the lawyers had informed the court that she was in a state of minor illness, she could go to the CID and make a statement, and she was not paralyzed. The magistrate also noted that it would be problematic whether Sri Lankan jurisdiction could be extended to an official residence of a foreign ambassador. Filing a complaint against the media, attorneys for Bannister Francis said that threats and intimidations are being directed at the lawyers by the media. As such, they requested the court to order the CID to initiate an investigation into the media coverage of the case. It was also requested that any information regarding statements or conduct of a person that would interfere with a criminal investigation or have an impact on the legal professionals be directed to the Criminal Investigation Department. Business News is up next. Since the newly imposed luxury tax is in effect from November 1st this year, prices of common vehicle models such as Toyota CHR, Audi Q2 and Honda CR-V will go up. However, the handful of vehicles left in showrooms will still be sold at previous prices due to this festive season. All currencies such as the US dollar, Great Britain pound and the Japanese yen are at an upwards trend, hence all imports done now are bound to go up. As a result, all cars will increase from Rs 75,000 to 1 million depending on the prices bracket. Consequently, any more pressure on the US dollar will make imports even more expensive. For more information, visit www.itnnews.lk. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.